time for us to tap in third eye open like the river. I be running thoughts glowing, popping up with idea. Yes, yes, you can tell a friend that I'm smitten. I'm the Mr. 007. I'm not here to preach the gospel, but I goes in like the reverend. Shoes off when I walk in and keep it chillin', peaceful. I'm the neurotoxins fighting off the disease. Cool and collected, well respected. Save the drama for your mama. Speak your mind, hit the lift, kick you chew. Every person in the building come up and tell me what you think. I retired from the streets, now pushing content and chill beats. Gotta keep your head up even when you feel defeats. I move like a panther, doing magical but no voodoo. Who would ever knew that my life would be this way? Thank you God for this moment, so 5 times a day I pray. Climbing to the top, took a hit and kept trucking. No, oh, never stop. Cream of the crop, on the move, smooth with classy grooves. Stepping into the booth, speaking truth, and it's insane. I keep it funky, money chunky, eating good, getting pampered. I'm too leggy for this, but don't call me MC Hammer. Go, catch it flow, muscle music so incredible. I'm rock, steady bebop, I win when he drops, then we clean out and detox from the stress and the worries and the hell flurries. I will always keep my word to the day that I'm buried. Star is a part of the cosmos. No homo, I'm gonna go, let's go. Gadget channel, we the way, we the light. That's name of the handle, no scandal. And I see that you on the head of the mantle. Walk a royal with crown, and I'm here to put him down. Look at me now, I'm doing great now. I see how we make something shake, and we make something shake. Oh, hey, let me 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 make something shake. Oh, hey. Where sun smoke everything that I you throw. That's the one at a panther doing magical, but no voodoo. Who would ever knew that my life would be this way? Thank you God for this moment. So 5 times a day I pray, climbing to the top, took a hit and kept trucking. No, it'll never stop. Cream of the crop, on the move, smooth with classic grooves. Stepping into the booth, speaking truth, and it's insane. I keep it funky, money chunky, eating good, getting peppered. I'm too legit for this, but don't call me MC Hammer. Go, gadget flow, muscle music so incredible. I'm rock steady, bebop, I win when he drops. Then we clean out and detox from the stress and the worries and the hell flurries. I will always keep my growth to the day that I'm buried. Star is a part of the cosmos. No homo, I'm gonna go, let's go. Gadget channel, we the way, we the light. That's name of the handle, no scandal. And I see that you on the head of the mantle. I'm the royal with crown, and I'm here to put him down. Look at me now, I'm doing great now. I see how we make some shake, and we make some shake on the heart. And we make some shake on the heart. And we make some shake on the heart.
Reeves, back. Welcome back. All right, now let's go ahead and get to this right here. Much respect to the family. Anybody in the building just taking the time to just kick it with your boy real quick, I appreciate you. Y'all know how I do. My lives are generally not that long, but we're going to go ahead and see what we got. So let's get it kicked off the right way. First and foremost, how are you? How's your headspace? And how has the week been treating you? Right? Happy Friday to you. All right, now let's go ahead and get to this one right here. So let's see what we have, right? Okay. So we're talking about 2 primary topics, right? So we're basically talking about briefly goodness. Like, because I hear a lot of people say, for example, there's no such thing as a good person. At least that's what Christians would say. All right. And then you have some folks that's like, nah, Ain't nobody good at all. Don't trust nobody. So curious about that. And then from there, you know what I'm saying? Just being told the truth, like how people take truth. So let's go ahead and go through this. Respect, respect. So I just want to give a shout out to y'all. You definitely know I appreciate you. Okay, now. So let's go ahead and take this time and do this. So this is what we have for this one right here, right? Okay. Is goodness something you learn or born with? Now let's think about that one. Which is it? Is goodness something that you learn or is it something that you're born with? If I have to give my personal answer would be you're born with that. Oh, snap. Actually born with that. I believe that it can only be defiled and corrupted once one experiences the evils of the earth, if you want to say. So I would say yes, you're born knowing what good is. A lot of people would not believe that, but no, it's just like, for example, right? Racism. I don't believe anybody's just born hating other races. You have to be taught that. That's something you have to be taught, right? So I correlate that into the same frame in which I put goodness. All right. So when it comes to goodness inside of a person, that's something that's in them, but the world can defile it depending on what that person sees and goes through. How protected are they or the lack thereof protection? All right, let's go ahead, kick it off to number 2. Y'all know how we get it in here. Is greed an innate human trait? Wait a minute now. Oh, snap. Is greed an innate human trait or is it shaped by culture and environment? Hmm. I definitely would say it's closer around the along the lines of what my first answer was. So, for example, like I said, right? So greed being innate. I don't believe that greed is innate. No, I believe that self-preservation is. See, the thing is, we can take self-preservation to be of selfishness and or greed. But then how do you really determine out of the two? How do you like actually determine what's like, you see what I'm saying? Greed and what actually is just simply self-preservation. Because depending on what the circumstance is, of course, I'm gonna think about you before me, depending on what it is. As you should do the same. Your self-preservation should kick in innately, right? And you should be like, you know what? No, I'm thinking about me before I think about you. That's just how that go. That's nature. I don't believe there's anything wrong with that. That's called survival. There is nothing wrong with having that headspace. You need to be selfish on that tip if you want to call it that. But is it greed? Nah, I wouldn't put that in the greed category. So let's go ahead and let's rock out to the next question. Again, we're talking about goodness in people and how well are you able to see it and what does it consist of, right? But some people said there's nobody that's good. Let's talk about it a little bit deeper. Question number 4 reads, do people prefer comfort, right? So, no, I'm sorry. Why do people prefer comfort as opposed to being told the truth? Oh, snap. Now we getting into it. Now we getting into it. Why do people prefer comfort as opposed to being told the truth? Well, The only people that do look at it that way, because we have to remember that's not everybody. That's not people. That's some people. Some people feel that way because those individuals have not reached the state in which they take accountability for what it is that they do themselves. They just don't have that in them. You see? So you just got to like recognize when it comes to how you actually look at that whole circumstance. Why do people prefer comfort? We're in a day and age in society where everybody's told that you just need to like what I do and shut the F up. Don't you dare say anything about this bullshit that I'm doing and saying. You better just like it. That's what you better do. Just like what I'm doing and shut up. So then when you're actually giving constructive criticism, that's considered to be chastising. Now, constructive criticism is chastising someone, right? Shout out to Bolo in the building. I see you. I appreciate you for stopping by, just giving you, you know what I'm saying, love and support. Thank you for that. Sometimes that's all we ask for. All right, now. So let's go ahead and get back to it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Why do people prefer comfort over being told the truth? Why? Is it because you don't know how to look at yourself? Is it because you don't know how to go ahead and say to yourself, you know what, there's something inside of me I need to fix. It's something I need to get control of, right? So if you have that on top of a society that says do whatever you want when you want, of course, you're always going to have that, right? So then that all goes back and ties into what I'm speaking about when it comes to the goodness, right? I'ma still say it. I do believe that there is such thing as good people out here. I do believe that. I just believe that a lot of people are easily corrupted, even the good ones. That's all. It's too easy to corrupt people, especially when you have multiple people. Like say you take a room full of awesome, dope ass people, right? And then you put them into a very desperate circumstance. You know what can happen? Those people who truly are good may have to find themselves on some self-preservation. Thus, you know what may happen? They may wound up doing things they normally don't do. Now, does that necessarily make them a bad person? No, I don't see it that way, at least. That's just my view. The way that I see it is, that's just the person that needs to survive at that time. You smell me now? That's how that can go. So, one more again for the win. Why do people prefer comfort over hearing the uncomfortable truth? Well, we all know. That's what it comes down to. So let's go to number 5. Let's see what number 5 has to say, right? Let's go ahead and see what we got. All right. How does truth protect people from society? I mean, in society. Like when you have a relationship with somebody, like that's supposed to be important, right? Telling them the truth. How important is it to tell somebody the truth? Whether it's a friendship, business partnership, or relationship, how important is that? That's the part that I've been trying to figure out, how people see that. Because apparently what I've noticed is we are more concerned about making sure somebody feels good about their circumstance, and we don't want to give them the uncomfortable truth simply for that reason. I be peeping that, right? So it's like we may feel like we're dealing with somebody who can't handle what we about to say. And it's like, nah, I ain't even trying to go there with you because I know how you going to respond. So then what does that tell you about that person? So at that moment, is it really you for wanting to speak the truth and tell them about themselves? Or is it more so about them not wanting to hear about themselves because they haven't reached that maturity level yet? Let's think about it. right? And then we go along and then we hit number 6, right? Now, this one I like. Does societal norms shape how we react to truth? One more again for the win. Does societal norms shape how we see the truth? Of course it does. What is the societal norm? Lies. Lies. Bullshit and lies. Just keeping it all the way a buck with it. The societal norm, because we're so focused on optics, because we're too concerned about how something's going to look, we actually do not take the time and just simply give what all the way the truth is. Truth does not come to the tongues of those who are concerned about the hearts of men. Let that sit, let it marinate. Again, do societal norms shape how we react to truth? Does it? Yes. Yes, it does. Why? Because of the way in which we look at how truth is dispersed. The news, if you think about it, even with the news, they don't give you the whole truth. They give you little snippets of stuff. And then we got to go look it up for ourselves to figure out what the full truth is. It's a reason why certain things are kept from you as you grow up. Was it the truth that maybe your parents went through this, went through that? Yeah, but considering they did it the right way, there were certain things they kept away from you at that time. The societal norms of how we react to truth, it's just not something that's welcomed. We don't welcome truth. You don't welcome somebody telling you you got a booger in your nose. We don't welcome that. But you know what makes it real sad on that point is because then we turn around and we got a whole bunch of people who never really get a chance to know anybody. Lord knows how many people that you actually are acquainted with, but you don't really know them. And you've been acquainted with these people for possibly years. That is very much so a factor that comes into play. You see? Why? Because the fact is that we're at the point where people do not feel comfortable completely being themselves nowadays, unfortunately, because we know how society views things. And then you have some people that just don't have a care in the world, and they could care less about how society views things. So let's go ahead and go back over these briefly, right? So on number 1, we got, is goodness something you learn or is it something that you're born with? I still say it's something you're born with. You're born in a pure state. You're born not knowing what it's like to hate someone. You don't know anything about that. That has to be shown to you. That has to be shown to you, right? Number 2, is greed innate, right? Or is it a human trait? No, it's just something that's natural in a self-preservation sense. So I wouldn't call it greed, right? So if you're talking about human trait, nah, greed isn't a human trait, but self-preservation is. Number 3, is ambition, is ambition decided upon as greed or is it separate? You tell me. You go ahead and tell me what you think about that one. Why do people prefer comfort over the uncomfortable truth? You tell me. You tell me. You know what I mean? I gave my take on that. Does societal norms shape how we react to truth? Absolutely, it does. Absolutely. Why wouldn't it? You smell me now? Why wouldn't it? And then, of course, last but not least, can being told the truth actually improve a real relationship? You tell me. I would say yes, but it depends on who that person that you're telling the truth to and what the relationship consists of. Can it improve it? I mean, if you telling the person that you're dating that you just cheated on them, is it the truth? Yeah, it's the truth. Did it just make anything better? Possibly not. Maybe not. So that's subjective. That depends on circumstance by circumstance. You smell me now? Much respect to y'all. But y'all know how I do. Those were my questions for the morning. You guys go ahead and have yourself a good one. If you want to stick around for the music, I appreciate you. And thank you for stopping through. All right. And this one is dedicated to you. Shout out to the family. Y'all be easy. I digress. My mic is muted.
I see figures in my dream, yes I'm clean, shadows follow me. Sometimes I feel the light, this world will swallow me. Mind over matter, mental stimulation. I vow to continue to strive with determination. Don't y'all look at me, eye contact, now hunt like Jason, I'm the demon slayer. Hashtag no anime, eat the cake anime. I don't play but I got time today. Me, I'm never in the way. In the pistol grip city is the county where I stay. Walking through the tunnel, only light at the end. So I choo-choo, light a train with heavy thoughts in my mind. As I surf the turf, king of the earth, I take lyrics down on paper and I give a vibes of birth and think about it. If this life is a gift and a curse, wrap me in my golden fleece. I done slayed the Cyclops. Oh no, yo, yes, I'm the best. So screw the rest, we gon' flex many reps. With yourself, I'm way too hot, call me volcanic. Yes, I'm viscous, I'm the vision. You the outlet, third eye open, now we plugged in. This is redirected energy, slug shots, head off the top of the dome. Or it came from my head, my sweat and tears is why I hustle. And my pain is why I bleed, my sacrifice is real. I pass down wisdom from the ancestors. My mic is rooted, mental shooter, Roger will call Mary Kelly. Fossilized relic, I'm the money, I'm the future to recite to what you selling. I'm the ruler of night while taking flight through sky. How high, really high, me, I'm just that guy.
I'm a fallen angel from sky. Up above, I'm that man that think is a thug. I'm your drug and your plug. Wings tucked, I seen pain, seen blessings, seen luck. Ran over by train, that's about 8 trucks. Smitty really gritty, but never I'm no slut to the money and fame. You can keep your chain, we free men over here. And in case you didn't know, my favorite color is here. Yes, I'm here, not fresh to death, no stress, no worries. All burdens, I done buried closed coffin. I'm the beauty of the beast, and a man I found often. I'm the cure to infection, my reflection is broken down in sections. Retired chef outside, still cooking. I be rocking with best, thank you, good looking. Y'all bammas be lunching on mothers. If you not from my section, then you cool, but not a brother. Lone Star, the astronaut from above. You looking for a fix, I'm your brand new blood. Shotgun slug, flood of the love spreads. Truck by train, made it out by thread. Shoulda be dead, but rose from darkness and walking with an oath. I'm not the goat, I'm shepherd. Blending into the world tree, hiding a leaper. Mr. 7, I'm ghost in flesh.
you're Rhyme Jr., you left a legacy that can never be a duplicate. You went through your pain and weathered the storms that were sent your way. I remember every moment then with you, always stayed in my corner. My father, my first superhero. When I was 100 on the scale, you would take it back to 0. You taught me life and that comes with your terrific. My best friend to be Pacific. Yes, I miss you in the physical. Be you no longer suffer. Yes, you will be missed by sisters and your brothers, plus your wife, my mother. Thank you so much for staying in touch. Even through your absence, I feel you still near. Playing on your Congo drums, listening to Kool and the Gang, while dance like in 99. You prepared for this day, so I got off from here. Yes, I saw you dream. Next day I shed a tear. Let's make it clear, no fear. Yes, I'm still in the clear. This for Father, thank you, Michael. Rest easy in the love in heaven. Breeze with the rest of the family.